And with that, we go into our gaming segment for the day. Let's go. Yes! Look at that dude doing sit-ups. Gotta work those buttocks. Also, if anybody plays Final Fantasy XIV, you can join me for the daily dungeon, which we'll do in a little bit. For now, though, I think we can start things off with doing a little bit of main missions. We'll do this main mission here, which seems to be close by. Let's see. Kind of. We'll do a mix of main quests and guild quests. Hopefully get some new powers in the process. I tried out, by the way, the summoner class, or job, I should say. I haven't learned the rotation yet, but it's pretty cool. We can summon like a small Ifrit, which is nice. Complete that. Okay, so I also have like a wealth of things I wanted to discuss with you guys. So I hope you're down for some conversation. I watched a really great Joe Rogan podcast this week with Brian Greene. If you don't know, Brian Greene is... Where do we have to go? Corthias? How do we get there? We don't have any crystals attuned? What are you telling me? What is this sorcery? Maybe the Black Shroud? Okay. Yeah, I think we just simply haven't traveled there yet. Okay. So Brian Greene is like a string theorist. Dude. Yeah, strings. Exactly, Joe. He's a really cool guy. If you guys don't know, by the way, he's a really cool... sorry, let me turn on my light. Sorry, guys, I forgot to turn on my light today. I apologize. It was a little bit dark. It wasn't too bad, but a little bit better now. So anyways, Brian Greene, if you guys don't know, is a really standout, like, science educator guy. Just trying to get my bearings here. There we go. You know, he really knocks it out of the park when it comes to explaining stuff, dumbing down complicated concepts. Estuary Martian. Welcome. What's up? And okay, so on the Joe Rogan podcast this week, I recommend you check it out because, you know, he talks about a lot of cool stuff in a very accessible way. And, you know, some people just have a way with words, right? Because it was like a 3-hour conversation. He didn't have a speech prepared. And yet, it kind of felt like it flowed, you know, from him. Like, some people have this flow state when they speak. It's on my to-watch list. Oh, good. Yeah, I think you like it, man. I really admire this kind of flow state that some people have when they talk. It's one of the big things I'm trying to work on. It's the ability of speak in a way, the ability to speak in a way where it seems like you've prepared it, because, you know, it sounds so carefully put together and so, lucid and cohesive. And yet, it's coming to you in real time. So, you know, that's a skill, right? That can be learned to a certain extent, but certainly some people are better at it than others. Search for the missing knight. Okay, how does this work? Well, your inquiries have garnered answers. And you have learned that the cask of ale may have ended up exactly where it was supposed to be after all. With the bloody executioners aboard their ship, this is not the quest we're tracking. I am a dumbass. Search for the missing knight. Okay. Show it to me on the map. After the traumatically confusing experience of Donnie Darko as a kid, I got very interested in those things. Donnie Darko I watched when I was older, so it wasn't as... I don't know, I think if you watch it like being really young, in some ways it just goes over your head and you forget about it. But if you're slightly older, I don't know where I have to search. I don't know where I have to search for this. But if you're a little older when you watch it, in some ways that's even more mind-boggling because then you engage with it more, you know? And I remember watching that movie and trying to piece together, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is there actually something, you know, deep being said here? Or is it just woo-woo? And I have to say, I never quite got to the bottom of it. I should rewatch that movie and see what's going on there. I rewatched it and yes, loved it. Yeah, because I think the whole thing is the dude starts to think about those, you know, those things after he reads a book, right? And I think it's like a quantum physics book. So it's kind of interesting that that's the root of it. And I don't remember, to be honest, right now. This might be slightly spoilery for the movie, but I don't remember if it was like all in his head or to what extent anything was real at all. Dragon head. Let's see here. You might as well make yourself useful by helping him locate a missing sentry. Whom, blah blah blah, instructed to patrol the lands west of Observatorium. Okay. Okay, where's the Observatorium? Do we know where the Observatorium is? West of the Observatorium, okay. So let's head west until we kind of see something. I wish some of these quests were a bit more guided. I don't like having to read in the text like what I have to do. Mr. Sid, what's up? I have to ask, is your nickname after Sid from Final Fantasy VII? Because that's one of my favorite characters. So Jonathan says, the knight does not respond. Jonathan says, my interpretation is that it was real. A certain event created a pocket dimension, alternative dimension within reality, with a short and finite lifetime. I mean, that's kind of heavy, isn't it? It's like that's a heavy one. It's a pocket dimension. Oh, it is based on Sid. Very nice. Very nice. I still remember Sid's theme as some of the best music in Final Fantasy games. Oh, I forgot. We also had this new attack. It's pretty cool. And as you can see, now I need like a third bar for skills, because we picked up a number of new skills. You were talking about the podcast, Brian, right? So in the podcast with Brian Greene, you know, what I found interesting, well, the whole thing was very interesting. About the location for the quest, if it's the active quest, you'll see a red spot on the map indicating the quest location. So I think that's almost always the case, but in this case, I didn't see it. Maybe it was just me not seeing it, you know? I could have been a doofus. But we got it. So maybe the most interesting thing I found that Brian said was that even for very complicated concepts or ideas coming from, you know, quantum mechanics and stuff, that if he had, let's say 2 hours to spend with Joe in a back and forth, he thinks he would be able to transfer those ideas to Joe in some way. And I don't know, man. I think my intuition goes in the opposite direction. I think some ideas are so linked to the math that if you don't go through the math yourself, it's almost like natural language isn't precise enough to capture some of those ideas. And I think what ends up happening a lot of times, I don't know where to go. It must be in the town somewhere. Oh yeah, this way. I think in some way natural language is just not powerful enough to encapsulate some ideas, you know? And then at that point you need to use metaphors for everything and analogies, and those tend to be imperfect, right? So some information is always lost when you make an analogy or a metaphor to explain something. So even though you can maybe get the gist of the basic idea, it seems to me like a lot of those ideas, like weird, crazy, like quantum stuff, is just locked to most of us because we don't know the math, you know? I think it can work. Like, you don't need to know C++ to understand logic modeling of a code. Yeah. But I think that breaks down for some things. I think some things are so inextricably, that's a hard word, inextricably linked with the math that you need the math to explain. I don't know. I could be wrong, though. It looked like Brian disagreed with me, so. Just closing the curtains there. So, I don't know. I find it cool, though. I read a lot of that sort of stuff. Right now, I'm reading a book by Sean Carroll, who is another kind of theoretic physicist, and also like a science educator kind of dude. And his new book is called Something Deeply Hidden. And he talks about different interpretations of quantum mechanics and what they mean, what they say about the actual reality, right? Because the whole thing with quantum mechanics is that, you know, since the early 1900s or whatever, I think it was like 1960s, wasn't it? When, or maybe even a lot earlier than that, when they had the basic model of quantum mechanics. They had the equations and they could make very precise predictions and measurements, but there was no agreement, and still there's no agreement of like what that says about reality, you know? And not to go too deep on the science tangent here, but just to complete that thought, in his books, Sean Carroll talks about the different interpretations. The one that he thinks is the most reasonable, which is something called the many worlds interpretation, which, believe it or not, is the one that follows directly from the math. So, you know, without adding anything extra, the math kind of takes you to this weird place of entanglement. The idea that every time there's an interaction in that way, there's an entanglement that occurs. And effectively, there's like a whole new universe at that point that branches out. So, in Schrodinger's cat experiment, there's one universe in which the cat was dead when you looked at it, and another universe where the cat was alive. And you don't know which one you're gonna end up on, you yourself. You can know that with a certain probability. But, that sort of stuff is just so mind-boggling to read. But I like exposing myself to that. And it also gives me a perspective on really how insignificant all of my worries and woes are compared to anything at the cosmological level. Or, also compared to the complexity of quantum mechanics and physics and all of that. So it's like a humbling exercise to look at that. And very interesting. So it's a great book. If you're looking for some mindfuck science, it's like a popular science book, so it's not technical. Anybody can read it. It's done for the layperson, which is great. And it's called Something Deeply Hidden. Very good. There we go. Okay. Now we have to go back to the town. Oh man. Some of these missions are just like, hey, go here and then go back, right? But I think what would be cool is if they did some more movies based on all of that stuff, like quantum physics stuff. They've dabbled in it a little bit, but, with Ant-Man and stuff. But I'd like to see it done more. Oh, come on, I have to go all the way up again? Jesus. Okay. So, the other conversation was about AI and deep learning. ARRs like this, limited mission structures. I know, man. I know. I'm trying to get to some of the newer stuff, Mr. Sid, but it's been a while, man. We'll get there eventually, though. I'm sure. I do want to check out Shadowbringers if I ever get to that. That'd be great. So, one thing with like AI in general is that when people say AI, they really kind of mean like deep learning or like a machine learning, They're not really talking about artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence refers to the idea of, creating intelligence in some way, right? Crafting something that's intelligent. And that is not even in the horizon, by most considerations, that's, tens or maybe even hundreds of years away. What we have right now is we have the ability of looking at huge data sets and learn from it and, extract patterns and, pattern recognition and decision making based on the data. Which is, for example, what Tesla is using for their cars, right? one really crucial difference between what Tesla does for cars, for like self-driving cars, versus what other brands of self-driving cars do, is the main way they operate is with deep learning. So they're gathering, a lot of image data, and then they're learning on that. So they're becoming better and better at assessing or like decision making based on the data coming from that. Now, most of these self-driving cars outside of Tesla, they use something called LiDAR, which is like radar but with lasers, right? Where do we have to go? Oh, over here. Recover the stolen wares. Okay, very good. So LiDAR is very precise, but it's also, it only works for like the basic stuff. So the idea is that in time, what Tesla has is going to be better, more reliable than LiDAR, because it's going to get to the point where it's learned enough to be really good and reliable. But for the time being, LiDAR is still like a more reliable technology for self-driving cars. So it's really early days in that kind of stuff, even though there's been some super impressive usage of deep learning and things. Like one of the most... Yo, stop that. One of the most incredible for me is in Dota 2. So for those of you who don't know, Dota 2 is this kind of very complex game that, before people assumed that it was impossible for a bot to beat a real human team of Dota. And of course, that was proven to be wrong. In fact, the AI team beat the professional team several times in official competitions. So it's come a long way, certainly. But the applications of it are so narrow right now that to call it AI is, to be a bit inaccurate. So that's like a common misconception that people have when AI is discussed. And I think that's an important one, because it generates this perception that Terminator is upon us, when even the most optimistic people in the field admit that we're still probably decades away from anything that's even in the vicinity of like a general intelligence. Have the crates. There we go. Hand over. I agree 100%. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't worry about AI safety, right? And there's a whole organization, I think it was founded by Max Tegmark, which is another, theoretical physicist and science educator on his own right. He wrote a book that I also listened to on Audible. It was called Life 3.0. And, he talks about some of this stuff there. He's a very cool dude as well. If you want to look him up, like if you're looking for, cool science educators, he's another kind of a... They call him Mad Max in science circles, because he's got these super crazy ideas. Specifically in Life 3.0, his main thesis is that not only are there many worlds, like Sean Carroll says? This coming from the quantum interpretation, the interpretation of quantum mechanics of many worlds. But even beyond that, he says that our world is just like a mathematical construct in some way. And that every mathematical construct is just as real, So anyways, he's got some really crazy, interesting ideas, but he co-founded this AI safety. I think it's like an institution. I don't know the proper name for it. It's maybe an organization. And the whole purpose of it is to study AI safety and how to develop AI in a safe way that doesn't end up with us being, destroyed by AI in some way. Which is, of course, desirable. MXJ, what's up? Hey, welcome back. How you doing? How do I get up there, guys? How do I get up there? It's impossible. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we're discussing a little bit of like science stuff that I was reading. That was really interesting. So, just to wrap up the point on AI, if you want to hear the more alarmist point of view, go to the book called Superintelligence, and it's on Audible and stuff, by Nick Bostrom, and he outlines some of the most scary scenarios. Which, if you want to fill your mind with scary stuff, that's a good book to go to. I feel like they want to use AI as a marketing term and a general umbrella. It will create massive legal problems one day if we survive. If we survive, right? Yeah, it will be interesting. In some ways, I think we are a bigger danger to ourselves than AI is. I think some of our existing conflicts and just strife could just be a wrap. It could all just end even before we get to the exciting stuff, like the actual general artificial intelligence and all of that. But we'll see. I like to be proven wrong, as long as it's, in a good direction, which this would be. It's such a shame to think about the potential that we have as a species, what we could do. We could develop von Neumann probes and exploit the true power of the sun by having stuff in outer space that captures the power of the sun, not just a sliver of it like we do on Earth, but actually, get thousands more, just like, exponentially more power that way, and become a fucking galactic civilization. Instead, we're bickering about a piece of land that was supposed to be given to someone in a book written thousands of years ago. It just like sometimes the reality of that hits me, and I lose a bit of faith in humanity. And then, I hear Stephen Fry talk, or some smart people, and my faith in humanity is restored. So it's always like a balancing act. Jonny went on a rant. I didn't get where the rant started. Oh man, yeah, it was a deep one, Lansby. It was a deep one. I don't even remember how we got onto that train of thought. Oh man. But yeah, you know, so much cool stuff we could do. Instead, we have to worry about some other silly shit. What's not silly though is the coronavirus stuff. You know, that's pretty scary actually, right? I think it's now confirmed to be technically a pandemic in the sense that it, you know, you have like multiple worldwide confirmed cases. And the scary thing too with that is the symptoms are latent for up to like, you know, even beyond a month. So you could be infected and not have symptoms for like over a month or so, according to just some data that I read. I don't know how true that is, so you know, definitely fact check me on this. But so that means you could go on a trip, catch it, think that you're fine, and then, you know, like a month later or something, you start to get symptoms, and by that time it's already too late. You've already come into contact with other people, and it's already a disaster. Pretty scary shit, right? How's the UK doing with it? Well, they've put some measures in place. Like, if you get the symptoms, they say that, you know, you should stay home and manage the symptoms from there, and ask for like a home visit and that kind of thing, instead of going out to a hospital where you're gonna come into contact with a bunch of people. But, you know, it's really hard to avoid some level of contact, right? How do I... Oh, it's actually on the other side of this. You know, the rant's deep when you don't even know where it started or how. Oh, that's typical streamer problems, right? You get started in one direction and then like one thing takes you to another. You have 11 confirmed cases? Do you mean like in your country, Jay? Or just like in your city? I don't know how many cases we have confirmed in the UK. I need to check that out. Okay, in Canada. That's some scary stuff, man. Oh, look at that AoE damage, though. Sexy AoE damage. Jonathan says, I was at a Ricky Gervais live show last night, and I caught myself looking around to see if anyone is coughing. Oh, dude, I'm so jealous. I'm a really big fan of Ricky Gervais. I really want to go to one of his shows. I'll try to catch one in London. How was the show, man? How was the show? I really enjoyed his last special. And, of course, Afterlife, the TV show on Netflix. It's getting a second season very soon. And if you guys haven't seen it, it's very good. It was probably like my favorite TV show last year. I watched it 2 or 3 times. It was that good. The US has 55 or something close to it. That's from earlier this week. Right. But I mean, the US is also gigantic. So hopefully that means it's not a lot of cases, but it's still kind of scary, right? Oh, we got some good loot out of that. Hell yeah. Recommended gear. Pop that on. Look at that. Oh yeah. It was brilliant. Go see it if you can. If you miss it, it will be on Netflix later. Oh yeah, I'll definitely try to catch it. Definitely. So I think now, before we do the next main quest, I want to go to my guild quests and do one of those, because Let's see here. La Nostia. Because, you know, that will unlock like new powers and shit, and it will be great. Let's go. I think it's Western La Nostia. Percentage-wise to us, the US to 10 times the size of Canada in population. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, it's probably a lot bigger. This is not where I parked my car. Gotta go to that other place. But it's kind of scary, man. Also, the stocks have dropped dramatically, mostly in the the US and Chinese market and stuff. It will likely go up again, right? Likely go up again, unless we all die, and in that case, then it doesn't matter to lose stock anyways. But not to laugh at a very dark prospect, but the good thing is if you're looking to buy American stock, maybe S&P or something like that, it's getting very cheap now. Getting very cheap. And if you hold off for, you know, a year or maybe more, you might get some good gains. Stores can get a lot of stocks of stuff. Oh, really? The stocks are depleting and stuff? I hate to say it, it's a good time to buy. It is a good time to buy, yeah. Not to, you know, benefit from a horrible situation, but at the same time, might as well, right? Okay, so looks like we don't have a new guild quest right now. Company rank up. Okay. I don't know what we did to deserve that, but I'll take it. I don't think we have a guild quest available right now. Okay, well, let's go back and do that main mission then. It's always a good time to buy when there's anything which creates uncertainty. Yeah. But this time, you know, it's kind of a big drop. So, hopefully everything will come back to normal, but I was actually considering on investing right now. It's always a bit of a gamble, but these sort of like index options are typically pretty safe, because, you know, the whole point with it is that there's enough diversified stock in there that you hedge your bets in some way by just following the index. So that's that might be like my first investment experience, which is exciting. Suvi, what's up? Hey, it's been a little while, Suvi. How have you been? But I think one of the big things that I need to learn how to do is invest. Because, you know, money sitting at the bank doesn't really do anything for you, right? It's just silly to have it there, unless you think you're gonna need it in the short term. But if you have the option, so I need to figure out how to make money with investments and stuff in a fairly safe way. I don't wanna just invest in particular stock myself, like buy from a company or something, because I don't keep up to date with stocks enough to know when I would have to sell and that kind of thing. So I have to figure that out. It has been a while. I've just talked to some tourists as an antisocial Finn. It was a strange experience. So, how have you been, Suvi? How have you been? The main reason I use my chocobo is just for the music. It's so good. One of my favorite tunes. Been exercising and eating healthy. Amazing. Well done, Suvi. I'm trying to do that myself as well. Yeah. Do 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 do. The Chocobo riding OST is so nice. Yes. Fuyu, what's up? Welcome back. It depends on your perspective, what your perspective of time is. I've always been told bonds are the best investment, but that's an investment over decades. Well, so I don't know enough to argue against that, Lansby. But what I had heard is that the best option, if you had like a few thousand to invest and you wanted to do it in a very safe way, was to go with an index, you know, maybe the S&P if you wanted to go with America, or, you know, maybe the FTSE 100 or whatever in the UK. What I was thinking as well is, you know, with Brexit, the UK is also probably gonna go down in value, while there's, you know, quite a bit of uncertainty and all of that, and then it's likely to go back up again once it recovers. But what I'm thinking is that, you know, that might be a good time to buy as well, right? I've got some widgets and pork bellies I'll sell you, Johnny. Mates rates. I don't know about that. Sounds fishy, Joel. I don't know about that. Johnny, by the way, I was this close on singing Toss a Coin. I would have just... I would have stopped the Discord call. I would have just hung up on you, Jonathan. Yeah. Suvi sounds awesome. Don't know, just really like the sound of it. Yeah, Suvi is pretty cool. Also like the whole name, like Suvi Sees Monsters. I've always wondered if it's true that Suvi sees monsters. Suvi means summer in Finnish. Oh, nice. Nice. Actually, Suvi, while I have you on, we have a friend, Princess Ruby is a friend in the channel, in the Discord, and she's learning Finnish, and she's not quite, well, you know, finished with that project, right? And she says it's one of the hardest languages to learn. Where do you stand with that? Would you say it's like really hard to learn for non-Finnish people? I'll have to check the VOD to see what I missed. Oh yeah, definitely. We had a great conversation with Jonathan. Also, you know, it's a great opportunity for you to get to know Jonathan, who's always around, and it's one of our mods as well. Nitro, what's up, man? Welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Someone learning Finnish. Let me help. Oh yes. So it's Princess Ruby. She's not here right now, but she's in most streams and also in our Discord. There are monsters everywhere, especially if you visit a kindergarten. Well, you're about to have a monster of your own then, by that submission, Jonathan. The biggest thing, like, if I was gonna have a kid, I would be terrified. Because so much of it is, like, luck. You know, whether you get a well-behaved kid, search for Franso. Whether you get a well-behaved kid or like a pest, you know. Of course, some of it is environment, right? So it's environmental, so you need make sure you provide a good home and, you know, love and attention and all of that. But to a great extent, it's like genetics, right? And kind of luck as well. So In the same way, when you get a cat, it's also a gamble. It can be like a really annoying cat or a great cat, like Basil. But, you know, the stakes are higher when you get a kid. When you create a human being, guys. You know? Is it this dude? Unfit knight. No, not that dude. Unsettled knight. Finnish is super hard with the conjugations. I would like to say I'm quite fluent with 24 years of experience in Finnish. Wow, 24 years. Yeah, so you're not gonna learn it in a year, are you? Like, Suvi, how long would you say it takes you to be able to, like, communicate with people in an effective way? Would it be like 2 years, maybe? Fuyu has requested a Basil appearance. Stop everything. Okay. All right, Basil. Let's do it, buddy. It's treat time. In a worldwide survey, Finnish children were found to have the least foreign words comprehension, believed to be because of how difficult it is to learn the conjugation. Interesting. Come on, Basil. Get over here, you fuck. One thing I do know is that Jonathan deserves cookies for helping me with the division. I'll keep saying for a few months, it seems. It is really cool to see how many of us are playing the division. It's been a lot of fun. I can't wait for the expansion. Definitely gonna cover that. I think learning to communicate in a very basic way takes less than a year. At least my friend did that. There's a guy in my town that drives around with "Finland doesn't exist" painted on his car's back window. I didn't know people hated on the Finnish. Is that a thing? That a thing? Okay, Basil, get your ass up, buddy. Those views aren't gonna get themselves. You know what I mean? Hey, play ball, will ya? It's free food, buddy. He's not having any of it. Come on. No? He's just sleeping. Oh man. Apparently there's a conspiracy theory that Finland isn't real. What? Finland doesn't exist as a meme. Cat, bring your nose here, you dum-dum, so I can boop my screen. Basil? Buddy! People redeemed tokens for an appearance. No? Oh, how about this? If I open the balcony door, will you come? Let's see. Oh, there he is. Yes. Oh, yes. There he is. Okay, buddy. Yes. Okay. Here we go. It's okay. Let's go. Baby Basil. Baby Basil. Here we go. Hey. Take the treat. There's a treat here. Hey. Okay. Get the treat, buddy. Get the treat. Yes. He got it. Good job. Good job. Woo. It's Basil. No, it's not alright if he doesn't want to for you. He has obligations. He didn't get the treat. Get the treat, buddy. He didn't eat it. There we go. Okay. He got it this time. How was your nap, Basil? Huh? It's really weird. You would think Google Street View would be enough to debunk the retarded theory. Oh, dude, yeah. If only Google Earth was enough. Sometimes, but there's some crazy theories out there, for sure. It doesn't matter if Finland wins as long as Sweden loses, is a big thing. Oh, so there's some hard bottled feelings between Finland and Sweden. Okay, what are we doing here? Search for Francel. Francel! Come back! Swedes are cool, we just spoke fun. I don't know why though, I mean Swedes are very good looking, right? Aren't they like very tall and, you know, blonde, blue eyes and all of that stuff? Like, for you, if I ever see you, I'm jumping your ass for ruining my nap, you damn weeb. Is that Basil saying? Vengeance will be mine, right, Basil? Huh? Come on. Don't give your butt to the camera, buddy. Jesus. So unprofessional. Oh! We got a battle. It's just a giant dragon. What's the worst that could happen? Swedes are not all good looking, tall and blonde. Ask any Swede. It might be one of those stereotypes, isn't it? Such a great game. This one, Nitro? Hello, Basil. How is everybody's Catter Day going? Do you have any obligations for today? Or just chilling? Mickey the Beast, what's up? Missed this game so much? Oh, dude, I hope you can enjoy it through us a little bit. Yeah. Very good game. Yes, we got it. Are you guys enjoying the Basil cam, or should we switch back? Aid Francel's knights. Okay, gotta find the different knights. Basil is pretty. We'll keep Basil. He's definitely better looking than I am. Helped my parents with some stuff, and now I'm Viking. Chilling equals Viking. Okay, okay, I see. See how it is. Unfit knight. So dramatic. So dramatic. You know, I was thinking about Final Fantasy VII and how mopey Cloud actually is. And it struck me that maybe I remember the characters and story wildly differently than they actually were, you know? And I had this instant fear the other day that I might not actually like it as much as I did the original game. I think the fact that the characters were silent and they were just text, essentially, it allowed you to imprint your expectations and preferences on the characters instead of having them actually have like a solid personality. And so in some ways, when you get the fully voice acted mopey Cloud, he so often said things like, he would be depressed and say things like, I'm unfit to help anyone. Like, I can't even help myself, that kind of thing. It worries me a little bit that I'm not going to enjoy it as much. But, of course, still play it and super excited. Nitro said 7 is great, but far from the best Final Fantasy game. My favorite Final Fantasy game is Final Fantasy X, but 7 has a special place in my heart because of the music, you know, the characters, the ambientation, the story was fantastic, all that. But again, I wonder how much of that is looking back at it with rose-tinted glasses, if I got that expression right. Don't have the time to play anymore, so stopped sub, Mikey. Sorry, is it Mickey? It's Mickey, right? And Castus Burger, what's up? 12 is best. Fight me on it. I really like Final Fantasy 12 as well, Castus. 12 was Zodiac Age, right? They did like a remaster. I haven't played the remaster fully, but the original one was really good. Seems like every weapon we get is only like a strength weapon, which really sucks. I have never played Final Fantasy. Suvi? Oh, you should maybe check it out. Only problem with 12 is how useless Vaughn is as the main character. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Although, you know, it had such good gameplay for me. The main thing I loved... So there were two things with Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age that I really love above the other games. Is one, it's the license board. For some reason, I really love the license board. Second reason is the Gambit system. So I don't know if you guys remember, but the Gambit system was almost like a template that you could define so that, you know, there would be conditions. So you would say something like, if ally drops below 50%, heal ally. And then you could have things ordered in a way of like priority. And that almost, that was almost like, it almost taught you to think programmatically. You know, that's almost like an algorithm, if you will. And I love it when games introduce you to that way of thinking. I think it's really powerful. That's 13, is it? Sorry, am I getting confused? I think I started the one with the pink-haired chick. 12, is it? So 11 is the online one. 12 is the one I'm talking about, Zodiac Age. 13 is the one with lightning. Yeah. They only needed to switch Ash to the main character and introduce Van later as someone trying to steal your ship. 12 has the Gambit system and the license board. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So I thought it was a great game. Also, it had a free movement system, even though it was... you could play it almost turn-based if you wanted. It was really like a free movement kind of thing. And then just using the gambits. I really like that kind of fight system. 13 was really not good. I have to say, I agree with you, Nitro. I didn't like it very much. I have to say. But it wasn't a bad game, but compared to, you know, the other Final Fantasies that I really liked, it didn't do it for me. Worth it for the lovely lightning shots. Oh yeah, the art in it was beautiful. For sure. We don't speak about the 13 trilogy. It was dark times. Castus, I have to agree. I didn't like it very much. The only Final Fantasy game I have not beaten is 15. Oh, dude. Didn't you like 15, Nitro? I thought it was pretty cool. Yeah. It's very different. I almost view it as an entirely different kind of game. You know, I don't put it in the same basket as the other Final Fantasy games. What's Final Fantasy Type O's deal? Type O? I don't think I've played that one, Joel. Was it on the PSP or something? The combat in it is so off. Typo is great. Play it. Which platform was it on? However, thanks to the 13 trilogy, it paid for the remake of Final Fantasy XIV and kind of 15. Oh, then it was worth it, right? It was worth it. Also, I heard they're reworking some of the MSQ stuff, which I think is very necessary, I have to say. It's very necessary. I want to say we're maybe getting close to the end of like the base game stuff. But it's been a bit of a slog, I have to say. We have to power through a lot of menial quests. New Grimoire, that's cool. I still somehow, you know, I'm still playing it, and you guys know me, I wouldn't if I didn't enjoy it. So it's still enjoyable at a basic level of, like, you know, enjoying being in the game, even though the actual, like, you know, gameplay isn't the most enticing. I dig it enough that I'm still in it. So you're close to Heaven Sword stuff. Okay, good. I did hear the Heaven Sword stuff is pretty heavy as well in menial quests early on. Hopefully it doesn't take us too much. PS Vita originally? Interesting. I actually have a PS Vita and I really like it. I might look into that game, guys. Type 0. A bit of a shame for me that the Vita never took off. I think they really mismarketed the Vita in big ways. It's still a great console, and I have the older version that has the OLED panel instead of the LED. Instead of the LCD panel. It looks beautiful, yeah. RIP Vita, yeah. I love my Vita Fascio. Persona 5 Golden is bae. Do you mean Persona 4 Golden, right? Persona 4. Or, wait, did they do a Vita version for Persona 5? Oh, no, okay, it's 4. I had one of my ex-flatmates, when I used to flat share with a couple of my best friends. This friend of mine, his name was Nacho, is Nacho. Spanish guy, really good guy, and he was fucking hooked on that. We're dying. Oh god. Okay, we're alive. Good. He was hooked in a bad way to that game. It was not pretty. Yeah. Testament to how good that game is, though. Persona 4 Golden. Yeah. Actually, many people I heard prefer Persona 4 to Persona 5. Where do you guys stand if you've played both of them? I've only played Persona 5. And I had a good time with it, but I couldn't finish it. I got a bit tired halfway into it. Where do you guys stand on that? 1 and 2 are quite janky. 3, 4, and 5? I kind of like 2, but I loved 3 and 4, and 5 is still going. Persona 5 Royal comes out in March. So, what is being added in the Royal edition? Do you know? Is it like just a remaster edition for Switch, or wait, is it on the Switch? I'm confused. I've watched the anime of 4. That's how I got into Persona. Oh, there's an anime for Persona 4? For you? I didn't know that. In the name of House 4 Temps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we are come on behalf of Lord Urchalfont. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Frasso are without... Okay. You get the idea. Persona 5 is good, but it drags a lot in the last 10 hours. Yeah, it's so many hours, man. It's so many hours. I got 60 hours into it, and I got very burned out. Very burned out. The main problem I have with it is how much they reiterate stuff in dialogue. They repeat stuff a lot. A lot of times they have this almost like childish dialogue mixed in with very mature themes. So it's, in some ways, it's very off-putting for me. You know, in one scene, you have a maid literally, you know, coming onto you. And then in like different scenes, it feels like a PG-13 dialogue. I don't know. It's kind of off-putting for me. I should probably heal my people. I have not healed my people. I should definitely have healed my people. Do I have to kill everybody, or we'll start with this annoying guy, I guess? Persona 5 does have story issues later on. Yeah, for me the pacing of it got a bit slow, you know? Like early on it was really good. But some of those dungeons, you're just like... It just feels like padding, you know? Like a lot of it feels like slower than it would have to be. Played 5 and I feel like it's much better than 4. Oh, interesting. Interesting. The latest ones having quality of life changes and non changes that are not others like, while others don't. Sorry, I don't think I read that correctly. Sorry, Fuyu. I'm getting confused who's on my team here. Do I have to kill just everybody? Why did they show up in blue? I thought blue was only allies. A bit confused by that. This Persona 4 has a rather good anime adaptation. 5 not so much, I guess. And 3 has an alright movie adaptation. Interesting. I would be interested in watching the anime for sure. I don't know why you chose to go Scholar. So the main reason was to get into dungeons quickly, Nitro. So when I was doing DPS, it would take like 15 minutes to get into a dungeon. Okay, we need to stop with the cures. Kill the guy doing the cures. And I don't yet know Summoner well, so I've just been doing Scholar. Scholar is not that fun of a class to play. Yeah, well, the thing is, I didn't have good information going into the game, you know, so I just picked something that sounded like a cool magic class, which was what's the name of the base class again? Arcanist. Yeah, there you go. But it wasn't really what I expected, I have to say. If I knew, I would have given you tips. Yeah, it would have been great for sure, but at the time, I didn't know a lot of people that played the game. I did find a lot of people. Once I started playing, I found a lot of people that have been super helpful, so. I mean, we could just switch to Summoner. Die. For starting magic, you should have gone Thaumaturge. Yeah, that's what people told me. I wanted to be doing like pyro and elemental magic and stuff. And so I thought that Scholar sounded like that, but it wasn't. It wasn't that. Yeah. I was misled by the name. It's okay. It still has been fun. Like you know, I do enjoy the dungeons where I'm healing and stuff. It's cool. Did we do it? Who do I have to fight? Oh, speak with Horlinet? What do I have to do? Is it bugged? There are more pressing matters at hand. Something glowing on the ground? I don't see it. Am I blind? Oh, I am blind. I didn't see it. Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. Apologize. He's learning the way of the sword in Iceborne. He's excused. Not maining samurai. I don't think you can go into samurai straight away. I think you need to unlock it later on. The only class I haven't tried is Red Mage. Red Mage, that sounds pretty dope. What kind of spells does the Red Mage have? I feel like we might switch to Summoner for a bit for the MSQ stuff so we have more DPS. Even if I don't know how to play it well, it will probably be better. The only class I haven't tried is... oh, sorry, I already read that. Red Mage. The big Chad Blade is not the Weeb Stick. The Chad Blade? Red Mage is melee range hybrid. Interesting. Let us quit this place, Jonny. Yes. Let us. The Weeb Stick is kind of long. Dual blades. Oh. That could be cool. Red Mage is very diverse. Let's do a couple things. We'll go to like recommended gear. And then if we update gear set, and if we go to Summoner, and we summon our Ifrit, so what spells do we have here? Let's see. Assault 1 and 2. Good, so that's easy. We have Energy Drain with Faster and Miasma, Bio, all of that good stuff that we used to do. Can we also summon Carbuncle? Shares a recast timer. I don't think we can summon both of them, right? It's only one summon. You should really do the summoner job quests. Been thinking about returning to it. Oh yeah, that would be dope, Nitro, yeah. Although I think we would be in different areas, maybe. So, I was looking at guild quests, but I didn't see any. Maybe I'm missing it, but I don't see any with the guild icon. So I think we've done all the ones we have access to right now. We might have to advance MSQ more to gain access to those. But yeah, let's try... Oh, top left below the MSQ. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Oblivion. Thank you for that. Let's try that. Austerities of Earth. Okay. Let's go do that then. I do have to learn how to use the summoner. You know, I apologize, but I don't know the rotation. We'll have to learn it together. Hopefully it's not too complex. From what I'm seeing, I should continue to do the Miasma Bio into Fester and Energy Drain, while also doing Assault 1 and 2 when I can. And that, I think that's about it. Although maybe Bane I have to do as well. Spreads the target's bio and miasma effects. So I think you cast miasma, you cast bio, and then you do Bane so that it spreads, right? I think that's how it works. And then you also have Ruin 2 for bonus damage. I think that's the main thing, right? At this level, keep dot up, energy drain on cooldown, use faster whenever. Yep, okay, gotcha. I actually have Ruin 2, so I can use that instead of Ruin 1. Yeah. The masks we wear, can't wait for their release. Wait, no, the masks we wear is the game you're working on, right, Nitro? Isn't it? Or did I get that totally mixed up? It's 16-bit heroes. Welcome back, my dude. Welcome. Yeah, we're back to Final Fantasy for a bit, man. Advancing some of the guild quests, some of the MSQ stuff. How have you been? Oh, what? Ruin 2 is worse than 1? What? So, Ruin 2 is 160 damage. What? How's it possible? How can Ruin 2 be less damage than Ruin 1? What? Keep the EGI assaults below 2 charges. The point is you use Ruin 2 for movement. What movement does it give you? It doesn't say anything in the description regarding movement. Sorry, maybe I'm missing something there. I might be missing something. Okay, we can probably switch things around here. Switch those two around. Ruin 2 has no cast time. Doesn't Ruin 2 just burn more mana whilst Ruin 1 is useful for fights since you can cast more? Cast time is 2.5. And oh, you're right, it is instant for Ruin 2. So maybe it is better in that sense. Lower cast time. Suvi, thank you for the host. So cast time is actually instant, yeah. You use Ruin 1, but since you just use EGI assaults if you want to move. But I don't understand, aren't I gonna get more DPS if I use the instant cast Ruin? Sorry if it's like a noob question, but it just seems to me that it would be like more DPS. You won't? Okay, I'll take your word for it. They still take the same time. Do they have the same recast time? You're right. They have the same recast time. Wow. That's one that looks way better on paper than it actually is. Ruby, where the hell have you been? And also, how you doing? Welcome back. Okay. Where do we have to go for that? You were out for sushi. Oh. I'm so jealous. Ruin 2 you use if the enemy is gonna die before you can get a Ruin 1 cast. Okay. Gotcha. I spent a ton of time this morning on new makeup technique stuff. Ooh. New makeup techniques. You'll have to show us later what these new techniques are. Sounds interesting. Also, Ruby, I haven't done my daily D yet. Which, for everybody else, that means daily dungeon. Right? It doesn't mean anything perverted. You fucks. Me neither. Okay, good. Well, then, you know, the daily D's on the menu if you want to jump in. Go over Finnish stuff. Oh, yes. So Suvi, after 24 years, is now fluent in Finnish. And we agreed that she will help you learn Finnish, Ruby. Your weekend is Finnish free. Exclusively Finnish free. I need an adult. I don't know what to tell you. Disaster. Also, guys, remember that the new That's What She Said emote is live here on Twitch. So if you're a sub, feel free to abuse those emotes. Duty commenced. There we go. Okay, so I think it's like you miasma, you bio, and then you suck energy faster. Oh, we should have also just use your assault whenever you have it. Keep fastering, right? I think that's the deal. I think so. The miasma. Faster. Suck energy again. Looks like we only have assault level 1. And then we can also do ruin whenever we have time like this. And we can also heal ourselves if we have to. Okay. Just getting used to the moveset a little bit. Okay, here we go. Suck energy. Assault. Faster. Oh, dodge that. Get another faster in. And now I think it's like downtime, so you go for a ruin maybe. Sorry guys, I'll catch up with you in a moment. I'm trying to figure out the rotation for this. Salt. Give me a heal, please. Just in case. And then go like to miasma, bio. Faster. Okay, I think we got it. Was that it? Planting trees while doing daily D. That's how we do. That's how we do. Gotta get that daily D. Like the sound of that. Emphasis on suck. Wait, what? What was that? Who said anything about suck, Fuyu? That's your dirty mind. I can help you with your daily, with your D, Johnny. Just tell me when. I mean, you know, I don't know what to say beyond. Yes. Yes. Fight or heal you in the open world. Oh, did I say suck? With 2 C's? I couldn't tell the context, but it was Johnny who said suck. I believe you. I believe you perfectly. You of all people don't get to say stuff about innocent minds. Johnny, have you seen the clip from the podcast? I have, Nitro. It was so good. Yeah. It was spot on. Yeah. Even the one about planting trees. To be honest, I'm excited too, you know, for Animal Crossing. Not necessarily because of the game itself, but it looks like a fun multiplayer experience to kind of do stuff together there. Yeah. Defeat the Dark Summoner. It's a little racist, isn't it? A little racist. Okay. Dark Summon. Okay, so we want to do Miasma. Pop. So pop the dots. You suck energy. You fester. You assault. All of those things sound pretty bad, I have to say, but totally innocent. Salt again, please. Can we do another salt? Very good. And now ruin. Oh, dodge that shit. Should we be attacking the summoner instead? Can we get the reactions on Strum, Ruby? On Strum? Hey, stop attacking me, you fuck! Okay, we have to recast our dots. Okay, so we got the dots. Now you go Fester. You go Salt. Make sure that's off cooldown. You Fester again. You can toss a Ruin in there, right? Are we committed to killing the summon? Or the summoner? Summoner. Okay. Recast your dots. Did we fuck up? Or did we get it? Holy moly, if you hear those things without looking at the stream, they are nutty. Oh man. Suvi said, I'm quite hyped for AC because it's very much looking different from other Animal Crossing games. And Suvi, we can play together if you want. We can all have a happy farm. First release I'm looking forward to this year, really? Oh, really? I didn't know you were into Animal Crossing 16-bit. Are you gonna play with your GF? I don't think he can stream Switch. I can stream. Don't. Sorry, Ruby. What is this? How dare you underestimate my stream abilities? I am limitless. Yes, I can stream Switch. It's an entire island? Wait, so every player has their island? Or how does it work? I will play with anybody. Let's fuck shit up. Yes. Let's do it, Suvi. Let's do it. I like that game. My wife likes it too, so we'll play it together. He can switch up what he's streaming. Yeah, we can switch it up. You can visit each other's island. Okay. Okay. I'll visit your island anytime, Ruby. Jonny, hurry up. I'm ready for the D. I want to say I'm coming, but that would just be, you know. Do not underestimate do not underestimate the man that has been acknowledged by the mighty Basil. Exactly. Basil not only recognized me, but chose me. Okay, Ruby. I am ready for you. Invite to party. Basil. It's like the wands in Harry Potter. Right. Getting those wands. I choose you. Ruby, are you fully in the party? It looks like it. Do you, what are you? Let's see here. I don't know what class that is. Are you DPS? I think I'm gonna switch to my healer so we get a quick Q. Unless you wanna go healer. I can heal you? Yes. Support me, woman. Whatever you want. Yeah, I'll take some heals. That will be good. Yes. Anytime. Good. Good. Is booed off stage? Oh no. Okay. Let's get it on. He wants heals and sandwiches. Fuck, I'm so hungry. Don't even mention a sandwich. Oh. I'm so hopelessly hungry. Throws hearts at Suvi. Make a juicy club sandwich. I would go for that. Yeah, it's pretty juicy indeed. I can do it for good. Good girl. Yes. But are you hungry enough to eat another human? Not gonna make the joke I was gonna make. Carrick style. Oh man. Carrick talking about eating his wife on an apocalypse. It was pretty priceless stuff. Good girl, Alexa. Yes. Yeah. I did tell her that, but I'm still trying to get her to say yes, daddy. And I haven't been able to do it so far. It's a work in progress. Yeah. We'll get there. Looks like I can't use any of my more advanced attacks, which is pretty sad. So we can do our dot damage and faster. Probably the best we can do. I used the wrong thing. Okay. I'm still getting used to the hotkeys on this job. How do we... Oh, there we go. Alexa saying yes, daddy. Someday we'll get there. Someday. You gotta be able to eat ass. Accusation chamber. Okay, here we go. Yes, that's the ticket. Suck in energy. Give me an assault. faster, right? And one more gets the kill. Okay, good. Let's see here. Treasure coffer. Get a real girl for that, Johnny? I know, but I don't have one. I don't have one, Ruby. At the moment. So, you know. I was just exploring Alexa's capabilities, you know? Just pushing the boundaries a bit. Androids are too easy. Well, actually, I wasn't able to get it from her, so, you know. There you go. I need to teach her that skill. Exploring? I was convinced to say, why my PP hard one time on stream and I am still proud. Are you proud, though? Who says PP? That can't be a real thing that people say. Can't be a real thing. I call bullshit on that. Has anybody ever referred to their PP as their PP? I'm skeptical. Johnny reading all of our dumb stuff is even better. Okay, dot damage, you gotta get my head back in the game, right? You get the dot damage, you get the fester, you keep the assault happening. I think that's the name of the game. You go like that, you throw in a ruin for good measure, and call it good. I've heard many people say PP mostly for the lulz. I mean, I wouldn't want my girlfriend to refer to my thing as a PP. It seems like, I don't know. You know, I don't like the connotations that I'm getting from that. Okay, assault, faster, ruin. It's as a joke. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if I ever want like 1x called my thing cute, and she didn't mean it in a bad way, but I have to say, you know, I didn't quite like it being referenced as cute. You know, maybe I'm overreading things. When a guy calls mine cute, it's a compliment. So Johnny wants to be called daddy, but PP is too much. Yes. PP is a no-go. PP is a no-go. Okay, do that. Throw a ruin in. Do me a fester. Assault. We get another fester. Okay, good damage. Good damage. We're over, Johnny? Why? Because because I don't want it to be called PP? Is that a deal breaker? I'll pass on that item. Not very good. I won't call your PP a PP, Jen. Good. Good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Ruby. Ruby is so edgy, she got kicked out of Twitter. And I think more than once, right? That tells you everything you need to know. I'm back, yes, with a new account. Establishing ground rules. Good work. Exactly, right, Jonathan? You need to set boundaries. Like, some of them you can push, but some boundaries are, like, hard boundaries. I'm not mean. You did tell a whole bunch of people you would kick them in the throat. Facts, right? Alright, give me a faster, assault, suck. And now this guy, assault, miasma, and he's done. Very good. Oh. My throat's still in the... for you. Oh, man. You guys are too fun. Okay, here we go. Dot damage, right? Get that in there. You go faster, assault, suck, faster, ruin. That's it. That's the D. That's the D right there. Go faster into a ruin. Finish the job. Come at me, bruh. You're into that kick in the throat kind of deal. We don't kink shame for you. That's okay, you know. If that floats your boat, it's totally cool. We accept you as you are. Like the Nirvana song says, "Come as you are." All right. The dot is in. The faster assault, secondary faster, right? And that's the D. Ruin B. A play in words. Also, I wasn't even invited on the call, huh? I didn't want to put pressure on you, because a lot of times you are nervous to join. So I didn't want to add any pressure on you, Ruby. You know? Right, throw a suck, assault. Me like your kink, Suvi? Kink shaming is my kink. Oh no. No kink shaming here. No kink shaming. All kinks are accepted. Except tentacles. I don't have much sympathy for tentacle stuff. That's just weird, right? Tentacles! Woo! No. No. If you kink shame, I'm going to take you up the butt. Hot! Aha! Nice. Yeah. Pretty hot. Whistles. Oh man. Oh man. Ruby, I was super nervous going live with Jonny as well, if that makes you feel... You were nervous? That didn't show at all, man. It was a great conversation. By the way, Ruby, you missed our conversation with Jonathan today. You can catch the VOD on YouTube if you want. It was... maybe get to know him a bit better. We're gonna do that with more of you guys, so that different people get a bit of the spotlight too. I was eating and then drinking. No, I'm not like guilt tripping you, you know? I'm just saying, if you want to catch that later, it was pretty cool. I'm nervous to get into Discord calls while no strums are live. That's okay. You get used to it. You get used to it. 2 treasure coffers. Why is every item a strength item? This is unfair. Oh, it's a robe. Let's go. I need this robe. Jonny, I'm not nervous anymore. Whee! Really? Oh, wow. Are you drunk? Are you drunk? Get the rope. I did. I think I did get the rope. Hopefully. You're not drunk. Liquid courage. Share the photos with us, Suvi, or at least me. I need to do a photo shoot with an octopus and send it to the tentacle haters. Oh man. Now I'm kind of curious to see it though, Suvi. I have to say. It's like it's having the opposite effect. Look at that D coming out. The D is so strong. Oh, that burst. What, Ruby? I'm innocent. Talking about the damage, you know? Capital D. Capital D for damage. My fucking kids unplugged the router again. Oh. Slap those kids. Bad kids. It's a hedonist. Welcome back. Let's be honest, fat hedonist. This is the usual shit, isn't it? It's not much different. It's a freaking fiesta. I used to spend hours just running dungeons in this. I miss it. Oh, dude, yeah, it's so cool, so nice. Yeah, it's really chill, you know. Even though I'm a little bit stressed out trying to learn the rotation and stuff, it's still chill, even despite that. Here's the big D. Oh! He wasn't ready for the D. It was too powerful. Relax, Jonny, you're doing good. It's okay, yeah, it's serviceable. You know, I think I'm satisfying the team's needs so far. It's maybe not, you know, the biggest D they've had, but it's a good D. It's a good D. Someone clipped that. Oh no. How does one get a hold of a non-cooked octopus in Finland? I don't know. Aren't all of the octopuses or octopi frozen? Because it's cold as fuck. Isn't that what's going on? The jumping looks so so funny. Jonny, it's like 5 degrees. Is it? Okay, I thought it was like -10 or at least. 5 degrees is not bad. It's like 5 degrees here in London. Ah! I hate the sticky webs. It's -10 there. Disaster. Disaster temps. Okay. Damage. That was not the right thing. Faster. Assault. Ruin. Faster. Assault. Jonny all talking about the big D and Ruby saying relax, you're doing great. Has me rolling. Beautiful. Beautiful. The synergy is beautiful. Wait, I don't know. Are we talking about C or F? C. Oh, I was talking about Celsius. Yeah. I don't know my freedom degrees well enough. It's 4 degrees there, Nitro. That's not too bad. That's okay. Mita. Mita, Mita. What's that? Voivitu. Probably nailing it. Hey, wait, I need to get carbuncle in this bitch. Okay, dot damage, right? Get your dots. Go for assault. Give me a faster. Give me a secondary faster. Secondary assault. And we're gonna do a suck. Faster. And I think now we gotta renew the dots. So like miasma, bio. Vantala. Vantala, that sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. Close to Helsinki. Vanta is a shithole, but I love it. Oh man. Oh wait, do we need to kill the little guys? What's the strat? Give me a suck on that. Faster. Good shit. Okay. Boom. Did we do it? Should I celebrate yet? Yes! Good shit. Thank you for servicing me with your heals, Ruby. I appreciate it. Good heals. Conjurer's arm. Don't really need that. We can pass on. Anytime, Jonny. Giggity. YouTube ruined the Final Fantasy Victory music for me. How so? How so? Thank you for that, Ruby. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's talk with Imitra. We'll do some more guild quests now. Someone on YouTube wrote lyrics to it. Oh shit, I don't need to see that. Hello, Basil. Basil is sleeping on my foot. Thank you, buddy. That's very comfortable. Thank you. That's the best part of having a cat, is having him be like a living pillow that purrs. Like the other day I was watching a movie and Basil was on my lap purring. It's very, very comfy. Very, very good. Austerities of Earth. Let's go do that. I'm gonna be right back. Need to hit the gym. Go work those thighs hard. We'll see you after. Enjoy. Remember to feed the pillow. Yes. Actually, I have to feed myself too in a little bit, for sure. Super hungry. Ruby, fuck the gym. Get a VR. No. The gym is important, you know? You know, the butt is not gonna work itself. Never skip butt day. You know what I'm saying? Need the gym too, doofus. Just play Beat Saber on expert. Oh, it wasn't a... Okay, I thought it was a double entendre, like Beat Saber. Sorry. Getting thick. Oh yeah. With several C's. You don't get to meet certain people in VR in the gym though. Gotta get them thighs. You know? Thick thighs. Lap pillows are awesome, indeed. Oh! We get a new skill out of this. Energy Siphon. Deals unexpected damage with a potency of 4 to target and all enemies nearby. Shares a recast with Energy Drain. Oh, okay, gotcha. It's an improved Energy Drain, right? Is it? Is it? Maybe. Complete. I'll see you later, Ruby. Take care. Thick butt is great for naps. Just nap on that butt. When you have the Soul of Summoner equipped, casting the spell Summon 2 will now call upon Titan EG instead of Topaz Carbuncle. Okay. That seems good. I tried sleeping on a butt once. Tell us more. But the damage difference is small enough that you can just use Energy Drain for everything. Oh, it's an AoE Energy Drain. Interesting. So should we continue to use Energy Drain, basically? Because it has like a long... It has the same recast. The cast is also instant. Is there any benefits? Like, it doesn't seem like a lot of damage. Should we just use that instead of Energy Drain? How are we looking? Shining Topaz. Oh yeah, no, we got a new level 2 summon. Very good. Mountain Buster. What's going on there? The Assault 1 Earthen Armor creates a barrier around you that absorbs damage totaling 30% of your maximum HP. And Mountain Buster deals earth damage with a potency of 250 to all nearby enemies. Okay. Okay. It deals more damage than Energy Drain at 3+ targets, but because you want to use it ASAP, you'll hit Energy Drain while the tank is still pulling. I see. So you're not always gonna get the AoE, the full AoE. Tell you more, it was thick and soft. Position felt weird after a while, so it only lasted for a bit. Are you a regular butt sleeper, Suvi? My biggest fear sleeping on butt are farts. That's indeed one of the hazards, right? A regular butt schedule. So this gives us a new spell, Outburst. Deals unexpected damage with a potency of 70 to target and all enemies nearby it. So just like an AoE spell. What does unexpected damage mean, guys? Does anybody know? What the word unexpected? Does it mean it's just like constant damage that doesn't scale with your attribute? Outburst is AoE Ruin. Okay. Okay. I can dig that. So, well, but what does it mean for it to not be expected, is what I'm asking. I should get some work done. No worries, Nitro. Take care, man. Thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Summoner Scholar spells are usually all unexpected. Yeah, but I don't know, like, what does it mean to be expected? Does it mean that it scales with an attribute or something? No more ass sleeping after breaking up with your latest ex. All spells say fire or ice damage. Go on BLM. I don't have all the lingo, man. Do you mean like blue magic spellbook? No. What's BLM? Sorry, I just don't have all the lingo. Unexpected damage. That's what she said. Unexpected damage means no aspect. I guess I don't know what aspect means is my issue. Anyways, let's go do the next guild quest. I'm just a newcomer to the series, so I also haven't played much MMOs, so I don't have all the lingo for stuff. Oh, this armor looks pretty cool. I like that. Looks pretty dope. It doesn't really matter. Okay, okay. Okay, we'll do this one, and I think that will be a good wrap-up for our stream for today. What are we doing? Who are we fighting? These dudes? Okay. Carbuncle. Do damage. Make damage, Carbuncle. Okay. Dots. Fester. Good. Throw a ruin in there for the finish. Then you go dot damage, fester. Absorb. Fester. Ruin. Okay. I think that's fine. It's maybe not like the optimal rotation, but it's serviceable enough for us to do our job. Okay, let's go turn it in. And then we'll call it good. And then at that point, I'm gonna get some food. And of course, because it's scatter day, it's takeaway day. So we get to choose a takeaway. What will it be, guys? Will it be a pizza? I'm thinking. I think today probably a pizza seems right to me. What do you guys think? Should we do like a pepperoni or maybe 4 cheese? I'm leaning towards a 4 cheese, like a nice and thin Italian 4 cheese pizza with some chicken dippers as a side. What do you guys think? Pizza, the classic. Quattro cheese, formaggi, 4 formaggi pizza. Calling all Monster Hunters on PC starting Tuesday. You better get your butts ready to hunt with me. I will be ready for you. I'll be ready. I'll do some hunts this weekend too, maybe, and we'll stream it on Discord. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, I invite you to join our wonderful Discord where we play games and talk shit on a daily basis. And we're also now doing streams in Discord, which is really cool. It's a very different type of stream. It's like way more intimate, and then people can jump in chat with us. Very cool. Basically, arcanists use geometry for their spells. They basically make shapes with their books. I know, man, but that's really not what I expected from the class when I signed up. So I was a little disappointed. But it's cool. Like, the summoning stuff is cool. And it's, it's good damage. It was just not exactly what I was hoping for. If you actually cast a spell, like, say, Physic right now, you can see the shapes in the book. Oh, really? He does have some shapes in that book. Yeah, it's true. Okay, so we got Outburst, which seems pretty good. I think I'm gonna switch places with Bane. His Bane seems situational. We'll go like this. So if we ever want to do Bane... What was that button again? It's control, okay. Still learning some of my hotkeys and how to use them with the mouse and stuff. If I wanted to do Bane, we would just do this. Good. So summoner spells are unexpected because they come from shapes. Oh. Okay. I think I see what you mean. It's still a little bit like my mind can't totally get around it, but... Anyways, guys, we're gonna leave it here for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you had a good time. If you did, remember to, follow the channel. We stream Monday, Wednesday, and Saturdays religiously. We never miss a stream. And so if you enjoyed today's show, there's many more to come. And many ways you can help out the channel. You can talk about it on social media. Make sure to follow it here and spend your precious time with us. Maybe consider joining our Discord where we chat on a daily basis. Great time. Yes. Good. Good. I hope so. I hope you had a great time. Let's see if we have any friends that are online. As always, I never raid anybody that I don't already know and admire in some way. So if you want to stick around and meet someone awesome and also make someone's day significantly better by getting raided, stick around. Today, we're going to go say hi to my friend Blacksmith, who... This is the coolest shit because his camera is like an otter, like the animal otter. So let's go over there, make his day just a little bit better. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.